What up, folks? Welcome back. Good to see you again. We're doing new music from the new JoJo's. It's crazy to say. I've been watching JoJo's every week for the last 3 years on Patreon. I'm on part 6, catching up. We're almost there. We're watching a ton of anime on Patreon, to be honest. If you're curious about the list, the link for that is down in the video description below. But right now, we're going to check out Steel Ball Run, Yugo Kanno. I'm very excited. Let's go. In 5, 2, 3, 3, 2. What is happening? Got the guitarist though. Instant feel change. Very JoJo's. Okay, hold on. We can't ignore this amazing, the first 40 seconds, very Yugo Kanno. This is great music. Quintessential snare drum, by the way. This feels like such a throwback rock like sound. I love it. The guitarist is shredding on this. Bass player sounds amazing. Drummer is very exploratory over what's going on, but it's the time signatures. Like we start in 5, obviously. And then we have some cool, there's a 3-3-2 grouping happens. And then I do not know, I need to hear it again, what went on because so many things were going down. So let's just go back and count through some of these. Very strong 5, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, clearly. Back to the 5. Right here, though. Oh, that's two groups of 4. And then 2 groups of 3. That is killer. That it confused me because the spot where you start out with 3-3-2, then we get 2 4s and then 2 3s. But during the 2 4s, the drummer's going like boogada, doogada, boogada. Like it almost felt Hemiola-esque where it was suggesting like a 3 against 2 kind of thing happening. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? But now this makes a lot more sense. I'll count it out when we go back here. Let me go back to where we're still like in the 5 section. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That is cool. That is very cool. All right, let's keep going. Setting up the groove. That's fun. That sounds like JoJo's. Ooh. That's violin. Oh, right hand on drums. A lot of jazz influence there. Beautiful. There it is. That's what we need. Okay, hold on. 3 really cool things just happened after that amazing introduction. We got to go back. Hold on. Where is the JoJo's type of groove that was happening? Obviously, laying down the foundation and guitar, a little bit of palm muting stuff going on there. That's the main riff. And meanwhile, the saxophone, not like playing a lot of notes, kind of camping out on top though. And we got our digital hi-hats moving, but it feels very JoJo-esque. But we keep going though. We lay this down. This is such a feel change from before. But then, bring out the magic. 2, 3, and... Cool progression in the way piano and bass are moving together with drums accenting everything, and then the quality of sound from the solo violinist there. Beautiful stuff. This is very entertaining. Yeah, the coolest part for me though is just listen to the right hand, listen to the ride cymbal of the drummer. Clearly a jazz player. Like the stuff at the beginning was like so like kind of saturated and kind of a throwback rock sound, which was great by the way. But here you can hear the freedom in the right hand when it starts. Oh, it's beautiful touch. Love that. But the best part, now, for me, that's the quintessential JoJo. That really feels like it's like lots of music does that technique of basically you have vocals and piano playing a unison lick. It's a very similar thing, right? It's very, you have male and female vocals singing together. The piano part, the right hand is mimicking the same thing, but the piano layering and the mixing is a little bit louder than the vocals. So you get kind of like, instead of a regular balance with vocals going to be on top, you have kind of the piano being more dominant. That happens in a lot of other music. However, that has changed for my ears. I just now associate it with JoJo's in the anime because that's where I hear it the most now. So it's kind of flipped like the expectation for me. I just love the sound though. Like the way it's constructed is a very cool design. Not to mention, the groove underneath is super fun too. Like that chord we end up on. Now where do we go here? Nice vocabulary in the piano line. This is stanky as hell, baby. I'm sorry, we're not listening to that just once. The piano player just laid it down. Beautiful. I was about to start geeking out about how wonderful the tone of the bass was as everything decayed away and allowed so much space to be on top, but the piano player had so much to say, I have to hear it again. Continued flow over the bar line. Come on, man. That is beautiful playing. It establishes like a conundrum of like, wait, where's time? Are we floating? Where are we going? And then we get all these blues licks like out of nowhere. Like that is outstanding playing. One more time. Tasty way to introduce the guitar back in. And woodwinds, saxophone. We got to know who the session players are on this. Come on, man. You know, I'm going back to that. That was wonderful. That saxophone player was killer, but all the design underneath was really nice with a super, super, super long crescendo with that phrasing, bum, 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 with where we're going with that. Hold on, it's 243. Let's go back to like 220. I don't know. This might be not far enough. It's not. I apologize. Try 203. Here it is. Very, very different use of the snare drum there. Completely thins out everything for a moment, but it's not like super thin. It's just thin in comparison to the context of the type of groove we were getting a moment ago, because now we're not using any crash cymbals. We're not using any ride cymbals. We're playing both hands on the snare drum and giving more of an accented 16th note pattern with some double stroke rolls in there. And it sounds killer. It sounds like it's a great way to build tension that we eventually resolve within the saxophone build. Back about 5 seconds here. And obviously guitars. Chunk, chunk, chunk. saxophone can play too. The vocabulary is quite nice. This is killer. Let's keep going. Oh, I like that. Okay, hold on before we get into this section. Let's just talk about that groove we're just listening to. And how that was just pushed and pushed and pushed. It was very cool. Allowed the saxophone player to do their thing. But another JoJoism that is cool is normally the sax volume in the mix, like what we mentioned earlier with how the vocals were below the piano. Same thing's happening here. That soloistic voice meaning not just human voice, the voice that is the solo is not mixed above the rhythm section groove right there. So that groove between bass and guitar is still the primary like volume like standpoint, but the sax is going on. I mean, you can still hear both lines. It's not like it's like too distracting. It's just a fun, I don't know, it just makes the groove more powerful since it has a little bit more volume pumped into it. Very, very cool. All right, back a couple more seconds and then we'll keep going on here. I was about to say, when's it going to look like the screen? Now I can hear Cowboys. Oh, wow. Beautiful brass. Dude, I have so many chills right now. God damn, dude. Let's go back. Seriously, I didn't want to say it. I was like, man, you know, like I'm still in part 6. I'm not part 7 yet, but I was like, this does not sound anything like the Wild Wild West. But finally, that moment, you get that like spaghetti Western feeling almost. I still have tingles right now. The writing was so good. Jesus, dude. Music is so awesome. Listen to that with just a sustained up there actually in the strings. And the introduction of like big kind of blocky chord piano, but to just make way because we came out of all this groove and now this just opens up. It's like the clouds part, literally. It's what's on the image. The valley is before us. Check it out. And then brass comes in and pretty much doubles what we had in the piano part. And then you have the ooh-ah choir stuff just sitting up there in the stratosphere. And that's really all you need. And that's not all. It makes it sound like small. Those are the components that you need to really kind of give that suggestive nature of Wild Wild West. Today, we were talking about it was in Freeman today. We were talking about how suggestive music can be. And we were talking about how good Evan Call is at writing within styles and how styles can be so important to setting a scene. And this is a great example of that. All right, let's keep going. Back to the groove. But sax feels a little different. Listen how much that right-hand piano cuts. Against our Lotus Juice sounding rap style underneath. Oh, flutes in it. We got full big bands in now. It's so good. It's almost frustrating how good it is, man. I love it. I love when music is awesome like this. Yugo Kanno, let's go, man. I want to be in the big band playing this though. Like we got to find out at some point who the studio musicians, who was on the session playing all this. It's great. The arrangement is killer. The parts are killer. The musicians are killer. It's just the whole concept of the composition was very fun to listen to. You can't listen to this just once. You need to go back and outside of the anime. You got to go back several times. Just within the beginning, think about the time signature change, and then suddenly we're in that groove, and we have the three elements between the saxophone being featured, the violin coming in, and then the quintessential doubled with the vocals and piano, and then it just opened up into this whole other part. Like that is really, really, really good writing. Obviously, I'm nerding out for it. That's just who I am. So, but whatever. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below.